Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion, I'm Auntie Chan.
And I'm Dixie Lynn Carfight. Thank you so much for joining us for yet another episode of Dragula. Did you know it's still on?
Yes, it infrequently is up on Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon's not quite sure. I don't think they're aware that this is a current season, but it is on. And when it comes on, do you know what I do? I go, huh. So I'm drinking wine because I have not been drinking since 2 p.m., but you're drinking coffee.
I'm drinking coffee because I have been.
And I applaud that. Where were you today?
I was at Meeting House for Sunday Social by Camilla Fox. Tequila shots back and back. I did Gypsies, Rose's Turn, and I did Diva.
We've said this before, but let's say it again. Camilla Fox, best drag queen in the world.
Queen of the North.
She's the best.
The most polished here,
So
honestly.
polished, and so friendly, and so kind. I did her show for my birthday this past year, and one of my numbers I liked, the other number bombed, and whereas most people would have been like, better luck next time. She was like, I liked it, thank you.
Wait, what was your performance?
So I did this performance at Scarlet, and it went really well, so I thought this will translate to a different space. It did not. I did a Reading Rainbow lip sync. Yeah, it did. Yes, exactly.
That
Magic.
one.
Yeah, it went really well at Scarlet. People loved it. Did not go well at Meeting House. Truly just dead stares, just people going, huh? So, anything else happened in the past? Well, we saw each other for Drag Race UK.
We did.
And that was fun.
That was a journey, yes.
It was a journey.
Yes.
We did our viewing party of Drag Race UK at Sidetrack, which we'll do every Thursday. They used a laptop from the late 90s, some would say, early 2000s. So it kept buffering. They eventually figured it out and fixed it, and it worked perfectly. So we will never have that problem again.
Smooth sailing from here on out.
Smooth sailing.
It's water under the bridge at this point. Don't even think about it.
Under the bridge. And if you want to see the commercial breaks, where I have gotten so many compliments on those commercial breaks.
You killed it!
Well, we killed it.
Wow.
They said that we kept it together.
You know what? I was trying to hold your tears back, and that's my role.
And you did. I would have been a blubbering mess without you. Our compilation of those moments are available exclusively on Patreon.
Have you ever been to the UK? Me, myself? No, I've been to Florida.
If you would like to see our commercial breaks every week, which they made me chuckle.
Yeah,
They made
they're
me
really
giggle.
good. They're real,
really
they're
good.
live.
They're real, they're
raw
live.
and uncut. And if you want to see Dixie uncut, good luck.
You will only see it on those videos because in real life, she is circumcised for days.
Okay, boots.
Let's get into this episode because there's a lot to talk about, and Hollow's not here to explain it to us, so we have to do it. We open Dragula with one of their famous skits. This one seems to be an homage to Death Becomes Her.
Yes.
They are sewing up their faces and putting blood on their faces. They hold up the head of what looked like a young Bruce Willis. I don't know if that's what they were doing. I didn't check the references exactly, but I love Death Becomes Her. Are you a Death Becomes Her apologist?
I see it at every drag photo shoot. I've seen so many drag recreations of Death
True.
Becomes Her. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Drag queens love Death Becomes Her.
So then we go to the long table room, and everyone's saying that they're for sure Hollow is gone. They would not get rid of Eva. Were you surprised that everyone was so sure that Hollow was gone?
I was not surprised. Were you surprised?
I never know how it's edited. I never want to assume, because you know what they say, when you assume it...
You put your ass inside my butt. That's what happens when you put two bottoms together.
Two bottoms don't make a top.
But it does make a lovely web series.
So Eva does walk back in, and then the conversation turns to something we talked about last time, which is Hollow needed to take the critiques, no matter what her personal opinion was about her art. Landon tries desperately to play devil's advocate because I think Landon, deep down, is the sweetest, kindest person. You can tell.
Yes.
You can tell. Landon tries to see the other side and says, it's all about her art, and at least she went down in flames. I don't know about you. I'd rather not burn to death. I'd rather stay in the competition. Going down in flames does not sound fun to me. Joan of Arc might have been her gig. Not mine.
You know what?
So, and I'm sorry for all those Joan of Arc fans out there. Apologize if I rocked your world.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Think about
You're right.
that.
You're right. My nose is so itchy.
You gotta moisturize.
Then they go out to the stage. They find out their main challenge is a haunted Halloween photo shoot.
In a hospital.
In a hospital. Yeah, they have to leave whatever studio they're in. I don't pretend to know how Hollywood works. Then they go back into the long room and they read a magazine as a group, which doesn't that bring us together? Remember the first time we were at a bar and we started reading highlights together?
Yes,
and I said, I see the mitten.
Well, okay, and I see the rake.
And it was like, done. Let's start a web series.
Yes.
The kind of cool thing about them reading the magazine, it was about the Boulet brothers. It was also the magazine that the photo shoot would be in, so there was a tie-in. But they found out more about the Boulet brothers and how their families aren't supportive. It was kind of a really nice moment for all these damaged queers to come together and be like, you're damaged too? Me too.
How humbling.
How humbling.
Because we get caught up in our egos and we forget that, oh wait, we're all clinically depressed.
We are all on Lexapro.
We are?
Well, that's why, so it doesn't get all the way hard. Like, I'm still turned on, but like...
Let me hit up Howard Brown because I didn't know they were giving away that candy.
Yeah. A very nice moment was from Louisiana. She was talking about how she was sick, she couldn't figure out what's wrong with her, she went to the doctor with her mom, and the doctor, just based on the way she talked and the way she looked, was like, have you had sex with other men? We're gonna give you an HIV test, and they demanded it. It was not like well, we'll figure out what's wrong with you. It's like, based on how you look, we know what's wrong with you. And then her mom's like, if you have AIDS, you can't come home. But turns out it was Lyme disease.
Oh, thank God.
I've had two very similar experiences with doctors. When I was in college, it was the start of my junior year in college, my wrist swelled to like 4 sizes too big. It was huge and it hurt. And they said, oh, you just have some sort of infection. I collapsed, rushed me to the emergency room in Jackson, Mississippi. Turns out I had a life-threatening strep infection, like strep throat.
Oh my, in your wrist?
Yeah, so strep works like staph. So it's an infection that can move to any sort of body, any part of your body where there's like a trauma. And the doctor was not only flippant with me, questioned me very hard in front of my mother about, and I wasn't out, it was just the way I talked and looked, about, are you sure you haven't had sex with other men? Are you sure you're not an IV drug user? And the doctor actually leaned in and said, if you partied a little while having sex with other men, you have to tell me. I had not had a drink in my entire life. I knew nothing about it.
You were Christian loving?
Christian loving.
At the time?
But just because of the way I looked, they didn't believe that it could have just been a strep infection. It had to have been something I did wrong.
Well, what were you wearing?
Oh, so I had my dildo shirt on.
Gay.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, my spaghetti strap broke, so I fixed it with a dildo. That's on me.
Oh my God.
That's on me. Isn't that terrible?
That's comforting, sure.
You ever want to know why I don't live in the South anymore?
Yeah. If you live in the South, move to a city with a gay clinic. Like
with
Chicago
a gay
has
clinic.
Howard Brown.
Went to Howard Brown.
Beautiful.
Riddled with gonorrhea. And they were like, welcome!
We have this.
We have this, and this.
You want a payment plan? You got insurance? Don't even worry about it. We got you.
Don't worry about it. Your leaky penis will be no more.
Yes.
The leaky part. The penis will stay.
The penis will stay. We'll keep it there for you because we know you like having fun with it.
And you should, because this is Howard Brown.
And it's no judgment. It's all for the care
Howard
of
Brown really does take care of the queer community in Chicago. So if you do have money, well, I mean, truly, if you have a couple extra dollars, truly, Howard Brown has saved so many lives. And lives of people who mainstream society doesn't give a shit about.
Lovely.
I love Howard Brown.
Look at that. Me too.
Howard Brown's still alive. Have you had any negative experiences with doctors?
When I was a little kid, I played tag with my sister and it cut my eye right here and it was shooting blood out like that. And they put a patch on my eye for a month and everyone called me a pirate.
That was the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the same. Then we go to them making their costumes. Madeline is doing her hair and she's giving wig tips. So Alexis came to me and was like, did you see Madeline giving tips? It was very uncomfortable because I've also had the same reaction with Madeline. I think she buys those red wigs in bulk. They all have the same curl pattern and shine that they do when they come out of the bag. They're just teased up a little in the front, and then she just stacks them on top. I don't think she's actually styling them. I think she just puts a bunch of wigs together, and then when they get kind of rat's nesty, I think she throws them out and then just starts a new one. That wig looked like it was right out of the bag.
We need an intern minute with Alexis giving us real tips on how to properly
Alexis
treat
does
a wig.
all of my wigs. Now, don't judge her if they don't look great, because I do not take good care of them. But when she gives them to me, they look beautiful.
Yes. She's always like, let me just zhush it up a little bit. And I'm like, it takes knowledge to be able to zhush.
Oh my
Don't get your
stuff.
Look, I was about to say, Casey now.
All right, so then we go to the next day. They're getting ready for the runway and the photo shoot. Louisiana's talking about how she hasn't won anything, but she's always in the top, so she feels like she's kind of moving in the right direction. I have to agree with her. I love Louisiana Purchase.
You know what? We're setting up a little storyline here.
Yeah.
A little foreshadowing.
A little, maybe she'll get a win in the next episode or so,
You know how
hopefully.
TV works.
And then my favorite part was Eva was wearing a 1-800-wig takeout hat.
Shout out to Sarah Andrews.
Yeah, that said daytime wig.
Oh, there you go. There's your 1-800 wig takeout hat, your daytime wig.
I wear it all the time, especially like when you're getting out of a gig and you take all of the drag off, but you know you have a little bit of like mascara left, and it's not the worst when people come to you and they're like, hey, you still have makeup on.
You still look dirty.
Yeah, I know. This is government grade makeup, okay?
Oh.
This does not come off with one wipe. This
You know-
isn't Mulan.
That was a sleeve, girl.
That was a sleeve.
Drenched in alcohol, it had to be.
It had to, acid at least. I love it.
Daytime wig. Let them know that you're a full-time queen.
All right, so let's get
What was that? The cell phone?
your phone. Why is your phone on?
It's
Like an
in the
old
other
person.
room.
Old people are the only ones who have their phone on loud. You never have it on vibrate?
No.
Mine's always on vibrate. I don't even know what my ringtone is.
What if you lose your phone?
I find my phone.
Doing what? And you gotta call and listen for the...
Yeah. I listen, well, I don't have a Galaxy. No, I listen to that.
Oh, like
Because I'm considerate.
You ever sit on your phone and call it? Now you get nasty.
I have my moments. So we're about to start the floor show. We see the Belay brothers come out in the white kind of, it wasn't, what was it? Plasticky, what's that?
Latex?
No, not latex.
Or
you know what I mean.
Yes.
It was like white shiny, and then they had the white wigs with the black.
That's what pulled my attention was
You liked it?
the wig. I
The
really
wig?
loved that wig, yeah. I think that had to be like painted in post or something.
I think they've killed it. I
Yeah.
think their looks this season have been so good.
Well, they got the Amazon Prime budget, so now
Yeah.
they can afford that. Yeah, they look great this episode.
Yay! So then we find out who the guest judges are. First and foremost, we have Millie Shapiro from the movie Hereditary.
You seen Hereditary?
No.
Oh.
I don't. Scary movies don't do anything for
Oh,
me.
well, this one's real fun.
Bored by them.
This one's
I have
a
seen the
ride.
famous scene. I've seen her ride.
Oh.
Into a phone pole.
Have you seen the final scene too?
No.
That's a pretty gruesome scene.
Is it?
It's, yeah.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Yep.
I loved seeing her. I love when children talk like adults. It's like seeing, a teacher at the mall or a dog on hind legs. Like, I love, it's fun. She looked great.
Yeah,
I
she
love that
was
she had the
so-
choker on. She looked like the girl with the ribbon around her neck.
I thought she spoke so professionally, and I was
Yeah.
like, is this a kid?
When I have kids, I don't want them to be like that. That would freak me out if I was talking to, like, a peer who was also 10 and, like, an idiot. But loved it from her. And then we had a magazine lady.
Yes.
So that
Got
was
her
neat.
name.
Magazine lady.
Magazine lady.
I think that's her Christian name. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through all the looks of the contestants, as well as kind of talk about the judges' critiques about their looks and their photo shoot at the same time.
Perfect.
Because
Let's do it.
time, we gotta, it's,
Let's keep
you have
it
to
going.
get out there and vote. So we have, is there an election?
Democracy.
Madeline Hatter, who was in the latex white, not latex, why do I keep saying that? plasticky. What is it?
I don't know what material that is.
Killing the world. Killing
It's
turtles.
I know it's choking an animal in the sea somewhere.
It's like the white nurse's costume with the red cross on, and then she unzips it, and she's bloody.
Yeah.
Her makeup looked beautiful.
You sure did. That wig was teased in the front.
The wig was teased in the front. That's all you gotta do.
That's all you need.
But the judges said, and I agree, there was no concept to it.
Yeah.
Just nothing.
It was very, you know those haunted houses? Very haunted house.
You're from Texas.
Yes.
Did you have a thing called Judgment House when it was Halloween? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Judgment House, no. There were a lot of haunted houses near us, like, for, like, admission and thrill.
So, in Tennessee, we had the churches, instead of doing haunted houses, they would do something called a Judgment House. Have you never heard of this, really? So, you would go to, like, a school or a church, and instead of a haunted house, you would walk through the story of two friends. They would die at the same time, and then they'd be like live action acting as you went from room to room. One would go to heaven, so you'd follow their journey to heaven. One would go to hell, and you'd follow their journey into hell. And then at the end, you'd come out and there'd be a preacher, and he would ask who wants to go to heaven tonight, who wants to be saved, and then there'd be a church service. Not only is it super fucked up to play on someone's emotions like that right after they've been through basically a haunted house, but scariest experience of my life.
Oh, you did it?
Multiple times.
Oh.
Yeah. I was one of
my
those kids
God.
that grew up, we had to go to like church fall festivals instead of trick-or-treating where we'd have to dress up as Bible characters or animals. Yeah. It was, if you went to a Judgment House, please leave a comment below. I want to know what your experience was like.
Judgment House.
It was scary. One was like, they built this really tiny hallway where it was just one person at a time. You took a rope, complete blackness. You couldn't see anything. All you could do was feel like the walls on either side, and every now and then a hand would reach out and say, "Please help me, Lord." Yeah.
Now I know some of these haunted houses, they can get really sick. They have you sign waivers before you participate in them. They're dunking your head in blood. They're making you eat things against your will. They're holding like chainsaws up to your face trying to torture you.
But making you eat things against your will or becoming a Christian against your will.
That's horrifying.
That's the real horror. That's the real horror. Louisiana Purchase, she did the pink candy striper look.
Yes.
Learning now that pink is kind of her thing, because you remember she did the pink vampire.
She did.
I like seeing her in pastel colors. They loved it. They just wish she had taken it a little further. Which I agree.
They appreciate character choice on the show, which I've learned to realize. They like it when you have a storyline and you present it, and I enjoyed it.
I think Louisiana continues to be a pretty solid contender, and I just love seeing her. I really enjoy who she is.
This was a really strong episode for her.
Yeah, loved her. Landon Sider, the doctor who wants more intelligence with the brains. What'd you think?
Giving me a little bit of mad scientist, of course.
I love that we found out that he made these putty to like put on his arm. That was so cool.
They're fully involved.
The best part, obviously, was him misspelling the word intelligence.
Oops.
On the book. Now that was funny to me. Spell intelligence right now.
INTELLIGENCE. Was that right?
Yes.
Was it? Ding!
Ding, 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 ding.
What do I win? What do I
At the 25th annual Houston, Texas Spelling Bee. Do you love that musical?
25th annual Putnam?
I love it.
Yes.
I speak 6 languages. Good job, Landon, though. Of course. Like, obsessed. Dahlia did the leech thing with, like, didn't love the leech arm. I thought it looked really cheap. But what did you think?
I agree. It was a little, like, it was a prosthetic, but I love the concept.
Loved the concept, and she looked beautiful and scary, and she was contorting her body.
Her movement was great.
Her movement was great. Good on you, Dahlia.
Yes.
Good on you.
Yay.
Priscilla Chambers. Now, she had the mad cow disease with the belly that wasn't quite attached to her, which was a critique, and a dead baby calf. Now, I misunderstood what she was saying. I thought she was saying that she gave stillbirth to a calf. I thought she was explaining the story. It wasn't until you and Alexis got here tonight that I found out that dead calf was a real dead baby calf.
Yeah, she said that. It was still...
I misunderstood. I thought she was trying to explain the story.
No.
And I think my body was rejecting.
You were refusing to acknowledge that that was a real dead animal. That was cruelty-free because Sis was already dead. I was looking at it the whole time like, is that real? That has to be real because the detailing on that is just amazing.
Amazing. Only God could make that detail.
Yes. That fine line work. I mean, our God is a creative God.
Our God's a creative God. He kills baby calves for art. I agree. Cruelty-free and obviously it died of natural causes.
Sure.
Whatever. However.
Yes.
However. You know, I don't eat beef. And I don't eat pork.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'm going to sound crazy.
Uh-oh.
I gave up pork a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a Facebook video, hear me out, that said dogs or pigs have a higher emotional intelligence than dogs, and then it showed videos side by side of a dog playing with a ball, pig playing with a ball, dog recognizing an owner, pig recognizing an owner. And I was like, nope, I wouldn't do that to my dog, I'm not gonna do that to that. Okay? Last Christmas, I am flipping through my phone. I see a Facebook video, hear me out, of a cow playing with a ball. I couldn't do it. So I gave up beef as well.
Good.
So there was just something about, because I was thinking like, would I have been okay with her holding up like a dead puppy or a dead human fetus? No, that's taking too far.
Well.
That honestly I probably would have been okay with. Isn't that fucked up in our day and time? That like I can watch a person get murdered in a movie, but if I see a dog abused in a movie, I freak out.
I cry. I do not cry.
But I can see a person get murdered.
An animal.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's that about?
I mean, we put
it's
more
time. Take us home,
investment.
Jesus.
I mean, we know humans are pieces
we're broken.
of shit, so
we're broken.
Like,
Take us home. I get that it was cruelty-free, 100%, and I'm not saying anything negative about her choice. I'm just saying, for me, I don't know, it was sad.
It was a bit, it was a bit much.
And then finally, Eva, Destruction. Millie read her for filth for her tights, saying that the blood spatter did not quite make sense with her story.
Dang.
Which I love.
Okay, Millie.
A child.
She said, look, I've done a blood splatter scene, and that's not how you do it. Oh, okay, mama.
And the little one, the little boulet, was saying how like her headpiece didn't connect with like the arm, so it just seemed like she plopped it on.
Fair
and
enough.
I agree. She said, but they did say her performance was incredible, which it always is. If you've ever seen Eva Destruction live, or if you get the chance to see Eva Destruction live, oh, this is good. Eva Destruction is starting a tour with Hard Candy. I think it's like an 8-city tour, 7-city tour. If you are anywhere near, you will not regret seeing her live. Her live performances are...
I mean, we've probably all seen the Laughing Clown performance.
But seeing it in person, seeing her in person is truly an experience. The first time I saw her live, she did a ballad. And even that was like, who is this person?
Okay.
We find out that Landon wins.
Yes, yay. We love Landon.
Love Landon. Sorry, JB is here now.
Oh, back for the chicken feathers.
The puppy. I think Landon may be our first Drag King winner.
Oh, you think he's on track to win?
I think he is the strongest competitor, the most consistent competitor we have. What
and
do you
know
think?
what? I think he would represent the franchise very well. Because they're open to everyone, they're listening to everything, and they give everyone a chance, and I think that's a beautiful trait to have.
I think he's a very sweet, 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 sweet soul, and so talented.
Crown it. Give it to Landon.
I would be happy to see Landon win. I'm just saying. Oh my God, JB.
JB, up.
You have to leave. Sorry.
Bye.
So we find out the bottom two are Madeline and Priscilla. They have to play a grown-up version of Operation.
Yes.
They're shocked as they're taking out body parts.
I thought it was real fun. I like that concept. Electrocution fun.
Anyway, Madeline dies. She gets exterminated.
Yes.
And It was her time.
About time.
It was about time.
Yes.
It was about time. And I think she knew that too. I don't think she was surprised at all. All of that fight we saw in her earlier on was gone. I think she realized she wasn't ready for
Yes.
this.
Time to let her go. She's been in the bottom a couple times before, so
Yeah.
let her go.
So we were happy to have you for a short time. Goodbye.
But life goes on for her. And her
Life
teased
goes
wigs.
on. We will be back next week if Amazon decides to release this next episode, but we're getting down to the wire. Is there anything else we need to talk about before we go?
Hi, and thank you for joining me at the Intern Minute of IMHO. My name is Intern Alexis Bevels. I'm gonna be honest, I just got back literally like 3 hours ago from a place in Michigan called Camp It. Have y'all ever been?
No.
Nar.
A gay camping resort?
It sounds very campy, and that's not my thing.
It's very fun. I got to see my my Camp Wanakiki sister, Muffy Fish Basket.
Ugh, she
And-
likes you again.
Yeah, she likes me again because now someone else is gonna beat her. We had fun. I rode on a lot of golf carts, luxury golf carts.
Ooh, what does that mean?
That is the best thing about
Like a Kia?
Yeah, no. So when
Sonata?
when older gay gentlemen don't have children to spend money on, they buy fantastic trailers and luxury golf cars. I'm talking like 6 rows or like 6 seaters. I rode on one that had a little like connection on the back. It was like a chariot.
So you're saying that we should not be having kids?
Absolutely not.
But you knew
Chan.
this before she had to tell you.
I know. Will you go get the wire hangers?
Sure.
The bit is over, Chan.
The bit's over.
You
we don't
only have plastic hangers.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I'm not a crazy person.
Are you trying to kill turtles?
I won't talk about anything that we
Good.
haven't already talked about,
Oh.
but I will say my obsession with Miss Millie Shapiro from Hereditary knows no bounds. Did you also know she was one of the originators of the role of Matilda Wormwood on Broadway?
Really?
No, I did not.
Yes, she was one of the first
She's Matilda.
Matildas. Yes, and isn't she adorable? And
she
she
is.
also played Sally in an off-Broadway production of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
She seems like a one-take queen for me.
She said, Miss Sally Brown, your grades are going down.
Your head is about to hit that telephone pole. A one-take diva?
Yes, ma'am.
Just like me.
I think so.
I think I see what you're saying. I think she has a very specific look. So I feel like it would be hard to cast her. You know, because like every time you see David Schwimmer, you think Ross. Every time you see her, you think decapitated child.
I see big things in her future. And she actually has some music out. She and her older sister Abigail, who by the way could be twins. Look up pictures of them. They could be twins.
Okay.
They have music out. The
They have
Shapiro
music
sisters.
out. Oh.
Yeah, I think that's how it's called.
What is it? What's their song?
Well, no, I didn't listen yet.
The only music I need is the Lady Marmalade cover by the Heathers.
When are we gonna do that?
I know, we should.
Let's do it.
Who's who?
Call Dita.
I'm Yellow
I'm
Jacket.
Maya.
Okay.
I've Delta work.
Oh, you're
for sure. Without a doubt. Have you listened to her on any podcast ever? All she does is talk. I was like, Delta, we would not survive in a room together.
Oh yeah, if you listen to that episode of Hot Goss,
It's perfect.
Alaska, it's perfect, but
perfect.
Alaska
It's a
says
great
nary a word the entire time.
Delta she does the Dixie.
But I was interested in hearing everything
Good.
she had to say.
Go
Did you listen to that?
No, I didn't.
It is juicy,
Okay.
juicy lemon Lucy. That's it for Intern Minute. Thank you so much. Goodbye!
Clink.
Clunk, clunk.
Well, if you come visit us in Chicago, come to Sidetrack. We're doing viewing parties for Drag Race UK, and I know that's separate from these videos, but it's really cool to meet y'all in person.
Yeah, it's really fun, and we were packed out the butthole on Thursday. And I have a feeling we will continue to be packed
Bullets.
until we offend all of the UK, which we're not far from. Also, join our Patreon. We are not only giving away early access, including this episode was released before you're now seeing it if you're not on Patreon, but also exclusive content. So you don't want to miss out on that.
So sign up.
Sign
Get your
up.
death predicted. I'll
Predict.
give you a little impression.
Oh, we have to film those next.
Oh,
I'm very excited.
let's do it.
I have a lot of deaths to predict. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week.
Goodbye, uglies. We'll see you next week on IMHO.
Goodbye.
Okay.